It's great to have you all here for the Universal Design for Customer Engagement in Tourism Services. You know, so critical. A lot we take for granted in terms of communications, how we're perceived, and it can make so much difference, particularly in business. And this is about something that everyone can benefit from, not just kind of customers of tourism services, but also businesses themselves, the Irish economy, and how Ireland is seen abroad. But also that Ireland has the opportunity, through this voluntary standard and toolkit that we're here to launch today, to be a leading light in terms of promoting and demonstrating universal design in actual practice.
The standard itself sets out the general principles and really the commitment to do this properly. The annexes to the standards give a little bit more detail and some more specifics. But then you come to the next level, the toolkit that accompanies this standard, where it really does give examples of good practice and bad practice that will help every single player in the tourism industry to get their literature and get their information aligned with the best practice.
And then finally, the face-to-face communication is greeting that person as they come into your establishment, whatever that may be. I suppose the crucial and what brings them all together is that the customer feels that they have a very positive experience in engaging with that service. If you wish to engage in this and use it, we can guarantee that staff will have a better experience in dealing with their customers. And the bottom line is that will increase your profits.
This is actually just common sense. And it's very, very unusual to be in a situation where something as powerful as communicating clearly and well can be done with so little capital investment. As some of the speakers have said, it can actually save you money. It's not that it costs more, it's just good practice. We're absolutely delighted to launch it. Every one of you go out there and say to your colleagues in the tourism industry, use this, read it, read the toolkit. Don't be afraid of it. It's not complicated and it's good practice, and take advantage of it. Ireland needs every boost we can, and let's get it in there for the O'Connor family gathering, or every gathering that we have this year and next and the year after. So
the best way of achieving it is by collaborating and creating partnerships. And I have to salute the NDA and the Centre for Excellence in engaging with the National Standards Authority and engaging with businesses and the stakeholders in the tourism industry. Because we are going through an incredible recession, and the tourism sector, certainly for the last number of years, have taken a fairly significant hit. We've seen the number of tourists coming to Ireland dramatically fall in the last 5 years. Now, thankfully, last year there was a pickup, and this year there is, I hope, a significant pickup as a result of, I suppose, a number of initiatives, certainly initiatives within the private sector where people have actually engaged in marketing campaigns and unique sales drives and so forth, and that then connected up with the gathering as well. Hopefully, at least it's breathing confidence into the tourism sector.
I think your initiative is illustrative for a recent trend in tourism, the user-centered design. And I always say that tourism is about selling a promise. It's not selling a fridge or a Hoover, it's selling a promise. You don't, when you come home and you have bought a fridge, you can try if it's working or not, but if you bought a trip, you will only know when it's over if it was an experience that gave you satisfaction. And since it's about selling a promise, we better make sure that what we put on offer is being well developed, is being of quality, and what we develop is what people want to have, is what's in demand. And it's our customer who tells us what he wants, and so we should listen very carefully to our customer. And the philosophy we have in Flanders there is that every service we develop is designed from a customer perspective. For instance, then we define our stereotypical customers and give them a name, a face, hobbies, fears, a lifestyle, etc. We call that the persona. And then we trace their travel path. We call that the customer journey, and identify each point of contact with a service, and we call that the touch point. And for each touch point, we define the needs of each customer type, and we evaluate the performance of the service delivery by tracking how it makes customers feel. So this means that we engage in conversation with our customers. And I've been hearing a lot about communication. I think it's far more important to talk about conversation, engaging in conversation, embrace social media, do not go against it. It will harm you more than you will ever know. So embrace those social media, engage in conversation with your customer, not only on the social media, but also in real life. So conversation is more than communication. You're doing a great job, and you're setting an example for what should be happening. But I only regret that on a European level, we're not able to make these kinds of exercise together. Because when you think of it, within 10 or 20 years' time, traveling within Europe for Europeans will be like domestic travel. And when we travel around Europe, we will be expecting to get the same service quality and the same quality in our hotels, in our tourist attractions, in our visitor centers, and so on. So it will be very confronting not to find the same level all over Europe. So why shouldn't we work together on that level? And when you come to think of it, within 10 or 20 years' time, and it's already the case now, traveling to Europe for the long-haul destinations, for the faraway destinations, Europe is a travel destination on itself. People from China, when they do not travel in their own region and they want to decide where they want to go, they do not think, should I go to Ireland, should I go to Belgium, should I go to Italy? No, they think, should I go to Europe, should I go to America, should I go to Latin America or Australia? So they think on another level, and on this awareness level, Europe is the prime awareness target. And that's one of the reasons also that we should try to work together in Europe to make sure that whenever they travel to Europe and our share in the world tourism is going down, we should all be very alert. Whenever they make this decision to travel to Europe, that they find all over Europe, that they find the same standard in quality, and the standard should be outstanding.
So to finish, next steps for you guys. You've sat, we're going to give you a lovely lunch, and hopefully you do some network. So there's lots of work for you when you go back. We have some very nice materials. We'd like to give you a present going away, so you can have a copy of the standard. You can have the toolkits on the web, written, telephone, face-to-face communications. Also one outlining the business case as you are in business. Again, what are the critical reasons why you would actually do this? And I think Anthony Foley or Tony Foley outlined them a lot better than I would at this moment in time. So bring them back to your organizations. There are checklists at the back. Photocopy them, stick them on your notice board, put them under the desk as quick refreshers, use them in your training. These were designed to be easy to use and implement, which is the cornerstone of what we see as great design and universal design, great design are in the same sentence.